Hey folks, welcome back to Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Last time we made our landing on the planet Aether and we still don't really know what's up. There's a whole bunch of dead Federation troopers and we're still not entirely sure why, apart from the fact they were killed by some weird alien things. Let's progress on and see what happens. Now in here we have definitely not a boss room. And there's some splinters, oh no, and a thing up there. And some weird stuff that's going on. So we have seen these dark fellas before, but now we can kind of see what turns them into these dark fellas. But we still don't really know why. We have got their scan, yes. So we're just gonna charge beam the lot of them. Wasn't even aiming for him, but that's cool. There we go. Alright, and then this dude hops out. Now, you want to scan this guy now. Just trust me, scan him as soon as you can. So here's the Alpha Splinter. So he tries to like ram into you. Easiest way to deal with him, lock on and then do your dash. Although I totally failed to do so on that occasion. Ah, he's not really dashing towards us, he's dashing to like the side of us. How strange. There we go. So just use your normal attacks on him. Ah! Yeah, he's pretty smart. Or I just suck. One of those. It is not letting me dash. Ah, whatever. There we go. Oh, wow. Let's die to like the first main boss, why not? But now things get worse. Because yeah, guess what's about to happen? Yep. So it is now the Dark Alpha Splinter. So that's why you needed to scan that guy before. So we might be about to die, which would be hilarious. But yeah, now he's actually got a health bar. And the game's actually letting me dash now, so we're hopefully fine. Woohoo. How much do missiles do? Some. Might as well use them up. And I'll save one just in case we need it for a door or something. Alright, just like one or two more charge beams, I think. He's totally missing us now. Just shoot him to death. There we go. There we go. That would have been embarrassing if I died to that guy. For some reason he lets out an orb thing. It sure is an orb thing. Yeah, the game doesn't even know what it is. But just take it. Yep, just go with it. Well that's good. And you may notice we're kind of stuck and can't go in any other direction, so let's go this way. Same deal, scanning things to access things, you know. This elevator's slow. Because the other one was super fast, but this one's really slow. Just go with it. Oh, we find a big room. And something you never thought you'd see at the time, dialogue in a Metroid game. Weird, right? Anyway, here's Umos. I think that's how you'd pronounce it. Could be Umos, I don't know. He's a Luminoth dude. So that's what these fellas are. They're called Luminoth. A cosmic object, eh? Does that sound familiar to anyone? Yes, how curious. And we see that these alien things are called the Ing. So yeah, there's a dark aether. Samus gets it. I think you can see where this is going. Just knows Samus's name somehow. Yeah, so we've been seeing those like purple doors around. Well, now we can finally open them. Sure, buddy. He's very kind and gives you all your health back. So, there's kind of our main objective for the game. Which is, you know, go and save Aether from Dark Aether, or something like that. And now we have Luminoth lore, which is pretty much the same as like the Chozo lore back in Prime 1. Talks about this old alien race. Hey, the Chozo. The other two I don't think I've ever heard, and I don't think they get brought up again. Yeah, so they were like, this Aether place sounds nice, let's go there. Oh yeah, and I think we can scan Umos too. That's not... oh, it is him, okay. Yeah, he's a cool dude. I think you can get more info if you so desire. You can do that for most scanning things, like it'll say press 2 to go to the logbook where you have a bit more of an in-depth description. But I'm not going to do that too often, I don't think. Usually the basic scan is enough. Here's another one. So here's an energy controller. We'll be seeing these around. These are basically where we need to get to in each section of the planet. But I think it's time to talk about one of those dumb complaints that I hear. You know how I was saying this game has some dumb complaints from people who don't like it? I think it's time to talk about one of those. So, dumb complaint number 1. And I actually hear this about, you know, the other Prime games as well. But quite often I hear people say there's no story. And I have to very, very highly disagree with that. If you're telling me that the Prime games don't have a story, well, I think you're very incorrect, because that person probably never used the scan visor at all, which is silly. They should, because honestly, the big thing about the story in all the Prime games is how much the scan visor plays into it. Like, it gives you everything. It gives you backstory, it gives you cool info about everything you can see, everything you can find, and to say there's no story is just wrong. Because like, let's look at Prime 1. If you're just looking at the story all by itself, then sure, maybe there's not much. It's like, oh, Samus goes and fights Ridley and then tries to find him on Talon 4 and discovers some stuff with some blue stuff called Phazon, and then it ends. I mean, yeah, you could kind of argue that, but if you go and look around for the story, if you scan everything, look at all the lore, look at all the interesting stuff, you'll find an interesting backstory that talks about the Chozo and how they, you know, came to be, and how the Phazon came to their planet and stuff. And I think that's always been a really cool aspect of the Prime games, is how the story is its own collectible, if you like. Oh, hello. More of these guys. But yeah, like, it's really cool that the story is its own thing. Like, the story's there if you want it, basically. Oh, that's bad. So we want to try to kill as many of these guys as we can before the dark stuff gets to them, and it's already getting to them, but that's okay, they're not too tough anyway. Ah, some much needed missiles. In fact, just gonna do that. But yeah, so if people are saying that the Prime games don't have a story, I strongly disagree with that. If you're saying that to me, you're not looking for a story. Ah, an energy tank, wonderful. Very, very nice. Now, where do we actually need to go? Might be there. So we got these little T's, and I believe the T stands for, yeah, translator, so like a translator gate that we can open. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I should say, I wouldn't say I know this game as well as I know Prime 1. Which is a bit unusual, because I like this game more than Prime 1. It's just kind of a strange thing with me. With like, even though I like this game better, I would say that I know Prime 1 a lot better than I know Prime 2. And that's the case with like some other series, like for example with Zelda. I would say I know Ocarina of Time much better than I know Majora's Mask, but I certainly prefer Majora's Mask over it. It's just a weird thing that just happens. I don't know. So do we need to... Yes, we can open this. This might be the way to go after all. So yeah, because we've upgraded our translator, we can now look at things with the purple thing. I don't even know what you call that. Like, purple sigil or something. Ah, and here's an important thing. So, you may have noticed the highlighted word there. So what we need to keep in mind with this, we don't quite know what this is all about yet, but whenever you see, let's look at it again, whenever you see Keybearer lore, just keep in mind the room that you find it in, because that's going to be important later on. Right now there's literally nothing we can do about it, but just keep it in mind. It will be important. So, on we go. Some more of these dudes, easy to kill. I'm wondering if I've already missed some stuff. Because like I was saying, yeah, I don't know this one as well as I know Prime 1, so I will most certainly get lost, maybe, as I go. Because, like, I always get it, especially in the temple grounds, all the rooms look pretty similar, and the structure of the area is kind of a circular layout. Like, it's pretty easy to get confused as to where to go exactly. And I'm certainly gonna get mixed up with, like, collectibles and stuff. Like, I'm never gonna remember, oh, I've got this item, so I can go and do this thing off on the other side of the world, you know? But anyway, so there's gonna be a lot of these things around. There were a few of these in, Prime 1, where just, like, little things you can destroy, and if we needed some, like, pickups, like health or missiles, these would drop them. There were certainly a few of those in Prime 1, but they're gonna be a bit more, I guess, plentiful in this one, and there's a reason for that, and I will get to that reason later. Here's a Lumite. They just kind of fly around, I don't know. Not much to say. I don't think they're gonna bother us, though. He's a dude. And some sand grass. Yeah, for some reason this random grass is a freaking scan. Just go with it, I don't know. At least you can always get it and it's not missable. But we find ourselves in the next area. So here's the Agon Wastes. At least I've always assumed it's pronounced Agon. Could be Agon, but I've always said Agon, I don't know. And the game's like, hey, get to that door. And I guess we'll think about it. Down here, yep, another enemy, I thought so. Hello. I wish to scan you. Sand digger. So I guess they're sharing the D on that. So, with this guy, we gotta shoot his eye out. Wait for it. There we go. And then we gotta shoot his other eye out. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Just go with it. There you go. Alright, charge beam's the way to go there. He's gonna explode. Or something. Let's open this up. I believe this is a save room. Indeed it is. Now you can see like there's a very obvious... Oh, hey, wait. There we go. Got him. Those guys are a bit tricky sometimes to get. So, sand bats. They just fly out. Not much to say. But yeah, so we can see there's a morph ball spot there. I don't believe we can get into that yet. Or like from this side. Maybe with a bit of finagling, but I don't think so. Nah, no way. Save room here. Let's pass it up for now. Should be another... Yep, thought so. Deal with you. Hey. Stop that right now. There we go. There we go, no problem. Now here's another thing, but we still cannot access this one. But hey, at least we know it's Luminoth stuff now. But yeah, we can't get past this because this one's like an orangey color. So we'll get different levels that let us access different stuff, basically, with the translator as we go. Where do we need to... I think we can start climbing these or something? Nope, I was wrong. It's probably over there. I hope it's over... Yeah, this has got to be it. A missile. Yes, please. Yeah, here we go. So, just hop up for a bit. Here's a thing we can... I think we can just shoot this down. Brimstone might be a missile. Yep, it was a missile. Yep, and that sends that down. I'd like a missile back. Thank you. And they start circling this, which is a bit annoying. If you shoot fast enough, you can just deal with all of them. It's a bit harder to shoot faster on the Wii remote than it is on the GameCube controller, I find, but eh. There we go. Another thing we can't do anything with. So this is just a lore entry, but because we don't have the translator, we can't actually scan it. So I guess that is a little bit annoying, but you usually get the translator for like the area you're in reasonably quickly. Because like we'll certainly be coming back to this room at some point. So there's no stress there. Get these guys out of the way. Excuse me. Please, I just want to get past. Gonna time it. Gonna time it. It's gonna happen. Come on. Come on. Alright, fine. More morph ball stuff. We can't do anything in here. Now this room goes a few ways, but I think we're forced down one path still for now. But the space pirates are here. which means we should scan them. Because of course the space pirates are here. Wouldn't be a Metroid game without them, right? So, they're pretty similar to how they were in Prime 1. Pretty much just standard enemies for the time being. There we go. There's certainly more, and I certainly can't see them. Oh, hello. Hop around a bit. Hopefully knock them off. Oh, just kill them, that works too. Some crates here. Wouldn't mind some health. There we go. There's a door there. This might be... That's that room. Let's come back to that. I think that's the way we need to go. But let's just look around a bit. This guy's a bit weird. So I believe how we need to fight this guy is we need to use a missile first. Yep, there you go. Those guys are a little bit annoying because they require a missile, but oh well. Let's open that up. Ignore you. Head around to whatever that door was, because I don't quite remember where that goes. There we are. Wouldn't mind a missile. No luck, that's fine. Ah, that goes to there. I think we do want to go this way, actually. I think the other way is something else. Ah, here's some shriek bats. Yep, shriek bats. I remember their name. These are basically exactly as they were in Prime 1. So we can just shoot them down before they even, you know, annoy us. There you go. None of them dropped a missile. Oh well. Ah, yep. Here's another totally not boss room. Oh no! Who could have seen this coming? And scan this guy quickly. It's an Alpha Sand Digger. He's pretty much the same as he was when we fought the littler version. I think he might tunnel underground occasionally or something. Ah, but now the fun starts. Man, you gotta really be quick with that one. So now he's all dark and stuff. Yep, he has become the Bomb Guardian. So some of the bosses in this game have really boring names. Gotta be honest. So he stole our bombs, I guess. Yep, he sure shoots out bombs. So we gotta hit him in the butt for a bit. Can we angle it correctly? Not really. This is where we need to be aiming for now. Come on. Hop around. Oh, this is gonna suck, isn't it? Let's get up closer. There we go. Now we can get at him. Yeah. So take a wild guess what we're gonna get from this boss fight. Go on, you'll never guess, will you? Wouldn't have a clue, right? There we go. Wow, that's just a third of his health? Jeez. Yes, yes, you've got bombs, we know. Hey. Knock that off. Ow. Come on, yes. There we go. Oh, still alive? Never mind. This should do it. There we go. No problem. And the dark stuff flies away. And turns into that. I would like that health, and I would like this. If you guessed we were getting the bombs, you'd be correct. We're getting the bombs. Oh my, who could have seen this coming? Nobody. Nobody at all. Yay. And conveniently enough, made of telluric alloy, which means we can blow it up. Boom. So you can kind of see how we're gonna get our abilities back that we had before. We're gonna fight a guardian. Do we have this? We don't. It's not something we get anyway. That's fine. But this is where we're meant to go for now. But yeah, so we'll see lots of the different guardians as we go. Some of them are pretty tricky, believe me. But yeah, not all the bosses are gonna be these guardian dudes. That would be pretty boring. We need to scan something in here, I think. Here we go. Yep, holoprojector. Hello. I guess that's us. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Yep. So, get used to this, we're gonna need to find temple keys, and they will get us access to the temple in question in the Dark World. And yeah, we'll see that. They somehow haven't destroyed them. Yay, translator. So now we can do the orangey ones, or amber as the game calls them. They always say that at the end. And somehow a hologram has restored our health. So yeah, now we have, once again, an idea of what to do. We're gonna need to go and get into Dark Aether. See, if it wasn't obvious from, like, the description Umos gave earlier, this game has a light world, dark world thing that Nintendo seems to occasionally like to put into games. Though honestly, I haven't seen it in that many. Like, it's been in Link to the Past, and this. Link Between Worlds, I guess, counts as well. That's about it that I can think of off the top of my head. But I do always like when games have a sort of dark world thing, because they usually do interesting stuff with it. And this game is certainly no exception. Some war wasps to kill. Don't know why I'm bothering really, but I am. Hop back up here. So I think now we need to go to that door I briefly went into earlier. More shriek bats there, just gonna shoot them. There you go. Ah, we can get in there too. Can't remember where that goes. Excuse me. Can't do anything with this yet. Just remember that that sort of area is there. What does this do? This might be an item. Just a room with an item in it. Let me see. Ah! Don't stand in the sandfall, I guess. Yep. I think that's a missile upgrade. Sure is. That's nice. I was wondering when we would get one of those. But there we go. Excuse me. So now we would like to go... Where was that door? Over here? Yeah. Through here. Now this room's kind of interesting. Lots of little morph ball cannons. I think there might be... Is there an item back behind one of these? I can't remember. Or I may be thinking of somewhere else. Yep, there sure is. You can see it right there. Ugh, that sounds grisly. But I think we can just sneak past this. There we go. Practically a freebie if you know where to look. Suddenly we are at 15 missiles. Ah, more space pirates. Time to shoot. Ooh, you're different, actually. No, you're not. I thought you were. Just keep on going here. Ah, now these guys might be different. Or again, maybe not, but they're about to be different, because yeah, guess what's about to happen? So even the space pirates aren't too sure what these are about. But this does a good example. What am I trying to say? This sets a good example of showing just how scary the Ing are. Like, they just possess these space pirates with no trouble whatsoever. So they're a bit on the tougher side now. Yeah, they can do some serious damage to you if you're not careful. I would like to target the other one. There we go. Maybe use some of these. Just keep hopping side to side. There we go. Alright. So that is active. Fine. I did notice this over here. More lore. Doesn't that sound nice? But of note in that entry is those 3 names. We are in one of those names, but those other 2 names are important too. Hell, thank you. So let's hop in here. I think this is not as simple as it appears. No, all that does is activate that. You thought that was going to start up the portal, didn't you? No, that'd be too easy. And now we've got the game's, like, puzzle music, I guess. Do that. So what we're doing is we're, like, setting up this, I don't know, light projector or something that will eventually activate the portal. Take out these war wasps. Hop over here, and do basically the same thing. There we go. They're really hyping this up, aren't they? They're like, ooh, I bet you're so excited to see what this Dark World's all about. Well, you gotta do this puzzle first. Is there an enemy in this? Yes. Pillbugs. So we can, I'm not sure if you can kill them with bombs, but you can certainly stun them, as it says. We should scan this, by the way. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure about that. Because, yeah, it'll say we need to do this. That's all well and good. Onward we go. Hey, see if we can kill these guys. Oh, you can, alright. Couldn't remember. Ah. There we go. Bust that open. Is that the last one? Might be one more. Nope, I think that's it. And there we go. So, you ready? Ready to see what this dark world's all about? Because you're about to. Once we scan this. Yeah, that's not spooky looking at all, is it? Not in the slightest. Yep, looks very safe. Samus is like, stuff this, I'm going in anyway, I guess. And get used to this little scene. We'll be seeing it a lot. So, dark world. Pretty dark, would you believe? And yeah, doesn't look so good out there. So, as the game kindly tells us, it's pretty scary out there. But first, scanning. So these little dudes, they're kind of like the crates and stuff we've seen around. But they're just the Dark World version. They don't really do much, but yeah, you can shoot them and they explode and give you things. It's a good idea to keep them in mind. You'll see why a bit later on, but yeah, as usual you can stock up on missiles and health, but there'll be other things too. So, as the game says, once we step out, it's gonna get bad, so we're just gonna want to run straight to that safe zone. It's not too bad currently, just because there's a lot of them around, but we do have to be careful. And we should definitely scan these as well. Yes, that's important to keep in mind there, how it can be nullified and supercharged. There's not much we can do about that right now, but there will be later. And this is also very important. So here's the beacon. So there's the crystals and there's the beacons. So the crystals, they'll just stay up all the time. But the beacons you have to shoot, like so. And just to show how quickly our health goes down, not insignificant. So, as you can see, we can shoot it. You see it glows for a second? That means that you've recharged the beacon, so that is very important to keep in mind. So we have two directions we can go. I think we're meant to go this way first. Now, when you're in a safe zone as well, you see our health ticks up 1 per second? That is important to keep in mind. It's useful early game, but like late game, it's like, you're gonna be waiting too long if you want to recharge your energy like that. But I think it's time for dumb complaint number 2, which is that, I have to wait around in the safe zones for my health to recharge all the time. No, you don't. You really don't. Like, it's not that bad, and if you want to sit around here for like 30 seconds to get all your health back, then I mean, you go for it, but that's on you and no one else. And like, I don't think that the atmosphere damage is that bad enough to warrant it. Even where we're at now, we've only got like 1 energy tank, and it's still not too bad at the moment. Because like the point of the safe zones is for you to stop taking damage, not for you to be regaining health. And I feel like people miss that sometimes. Anyway, here's these little inglets. Now you don't have to shoot these guys when they come out like that. You can actually shoot them when they're the puddles too. Like that. So that's important to keep in mind. However, when they're in their puddles, you can't lock onto them. Anyway, that's all well and good. Let's move on. Missile door. More of these dudes. Just gonna shoot him before he becomes a problem. Move on. Actually, would these be kind enough to give me a missile? Ah! Never mind. What's attacking me? Ah, you guys. Might as well use one of these. Ah, perfect. Oop. Recharge that. and we make it to the save station. This is the same save station we saw before, it's just the Dark World version. But tell you what, why don't we call it a part here? We will explore the Dark World next time, and we'll see its wonders and horrors. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.